Welcome back to CT Pulse on the HA Network, along with Kate Chaplinsky. I'm Josh Fisher. And with all due respect to our own Frank Granito, when it comes to forecasting weather and following big storms, down here in southwestern Connecticut, it doesn't get any better than Jacob Mizell and SWCTweather.com. Jacob's kind enough to join us on the phone. A senior at Harvard University right now, Jacob has been rather successfully, I must say, forecasting and following storms down here in Connecticut since you were a student at Staples High School. Thanks for joining us, Jacob.
Thank you for having me.
Go ahead, Kate.
Now, Jacob, it's hard to believe there's going to be this big snowstorm. So what the heck is happening? Why are we seeing record high temperatures
Because it's
today?
almost 60 degrees outside,
yeah. And welcome February, New England. It's really something where we're having a rapid succession of storms just kind of lining up over the next week, really. After what's been a really calm winter, not too many storm threats, and really quite mild as well. We're seeing a strong frontal boundary move through, bring in fresh cold air right as this storm kind of forms along it and then rapidly intensifies enough that you're going to see this really heavy precipitation. In a lot of ways, the storm's able to tap into some of the mild air that we're seeing today that's going to create some of the very intense snowfall rates that have me concerned about how significant the impacts could be. We're talking snowfall rates anywhere from 1 to 2, even isolated amounts of up to 3 inches per hour are possible. A couple models showing a 10, 20, 30% chance of thunder snow tomorrow as well. And so this mild air is going to act as the fuel as that cold air rapidly pours in overnight tonight into the storm tomorrow.
So, Jacob, I know you keep an eye on all these different models that are going on. So, and this is one of those storms I'm gathering from what you're saying, they could kind of have a really broad snowfall total, right? So we see some people now saying up to 14 inches, but also it could be, as little as a couple inches if things change?
So I actually just in the past 45 minutes issued a new update to my clients raising those snowfall totals now that the confidence is really there. And even just in the past 10, 15 minutes, we saw the latest European weather model come out, which that was kind of one of the last holdouts. It's really come around now, too, and is showing significant accumulations across the region of about 10 to 11 inches. Now, my going range right about now is coastal areas and even just a bit inland, looking in an 8 to 15-inch range. It's a pretty wide range because we're looking at what could be significant banding, where one small community could see those snowfall rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour, and then where the banding's not as intense, it's closer to an inch per hour. Further inland, around Interstate 84 and a bit further north, I'm at around 6 to 13 inches. I'm seeing the latest modeling is showing accumulations are going to be a bit less there. Is the best forcing, the best banding is going to be a little more to the south and east. But at this point, I would say everyone across the region can really begin locking in 6 to 8 inches of snow. It's just a matter of how much more it's going to be on top of that.
Wow. Now, Jacob, when can we see this starting and really moving into the area seriously?
So the first snowfall is expected generally around 5 or 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. There could be a couple little sleet, rain, or even snow showers overnight between 1 and 5 a.m. But 5 to 6 a.m. is that real time we can expect to get it going. And by 7 a.m., I expect the main precipitation shield to be overspreading the region. Now, as always, give or take about an hour, models tend to struggle with the exact start time of any specific storm, but it will be a broad precipitation shield moving in sometime around 6 a.m. And by 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. at the absolute latest, travel conditions are going to be getting pretty bad pretty quickly.
So one of the things that I think really helped you make your mark and build up your following early on, Jacob, was your closed or canceled and delay predictions for the school districts in Fairfield County. What's the percentage at for school tomorrow?
So this one's pretty easy, based off of the severity of the snowfall and the timing, the intensity of the system. I see no way that schools across the region are able to open tomorrow at all. And in fact, in an update that I just sent out, I said the main focus is going to be on Friday. in some of those communities where you see the heaviest accumulations, should we see amounts in the 13, 14, 15-inch range, we could see carryover delays or even closures into the day on Friday as school districts have to try and figure out where to put all this snow.
Wow.
Tomorrow, the confidence is there that we can begin banking on a snow day. I don't say that unless the confidence is at 100%. And the latest update I just sent out was a 100% chance of closures tomorrow. The real question is now, are there going to be any lingering impacts into the day on Friday?
Right. So say tomorrow on Thursday you really have to get to work. Is this the type of thing where if you leave early enough at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, you get to your office and you could stay there all day long, that the storm will be gone, you'll be able to get home later in the evening? I'm talking about Kate here.
That's the thing with this storm, is the reason we're avoiding the worst of the impacts is because it is an extremely quick moving system. Mm-hmm. It's going to come in, it's going to hit hard, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m., you're going to be looking at real heavy snow, and then it's on its way out. And so if you absolutely have to travel, you have to get in work, leave early, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Wow. That's when that's when that precipitation is just going to be arriving. Get to the office, and there will still be impacts through the evening. This is a lot of snow that's falling in a short period of time, but by the evening, I do expect travel conditions to gradually begin to improve.
Okay, well, that's a little bright spot of good news. Well, Jacob, you keep everyone updated on Twitter at SWCT Weather and at SWCTweather.com. And, we're going to be snowcasting tomorrow here on HAN, so we'd love to talk to you again tomorrow.
Yeah, I would be happy to give you updates as the storm unfolds in real time, and I'll be watching for exactly where that strongest banding sets up, because that'll be the difference between just that moderate snowstorm of 8 or 9 inches or the more impressive accumulations of a foot plus, where someone in Connecticut's getting them. It's just a matter of kind of where that banding sets up.
Oh, all right, Jacob Mizell, thank you so much for talking with us today.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jacob.
And as we said, Josh, we're going to be snowcasting tomorrow on the HAN network. Myself and Frank Granito will be here. 8:30 a.m. will be our first stormcast. Then we'll be back at 10:30 with news and weather. And then again at noon. Well, noon or 12:30. We'll figure that out.
But it'll be great. It'll be a great day tomorrow for you to get some nice live local weather coverage. It's great when we can have someone like Jacob, who I think we're really fortunate to have. Someone like Jacob covering the weather down here in this area, because he's an expert and he pores over all these different models and really understands it and can explain it. His website's great, his Twitter feed is great, and it's nice to partner up with him whenever we can. Kate and Frank will be providing live coverage. We'll have videos from all over the region. You're of course welcome to send us.
With support of our reporters.
Oh, of course. Well, yeah, that's who's going to be out there in the field getting cold. Well, Frank and Kate are
while we stay warm in studio.
Staying warm, drinking hot cocoa. But it'll be great. This is the nice thing we hope about this storm is when it falls is that most people can be safe and enjoy a nice winter storm here in Connecticut.
And like you said, if you get storm videos, please send them to us. You can tweet them at HAN Network CT.
And you can find our contact form right at HAN.network.
All right. Well, we are going to wrap things up here on CT Pulse. If you missed anything, you can catch us on demand at HAN.network. Nutmeg Sports coming up at 2 o'clock. And, of course, Stormcast first thing tomorrow morning, 8:30. Well, not first thing, but at 8:30. We'll see you then. Have a great day.